Hello, everyone, and from wherever you're joining us today, a very good morning, good afternoon, and even good evening, and a very warm welcome to this, the LabKey Sample Manager User Conference for 2023. My name is Jason Ledley, VP of Strategic Partnerships at LabKey, and I have the pleasure of opening the user conference today. For those of you that have joined us in previous conferences, you'll know the usual format. It usually takes place over 2 or 3 days in early October time, focusing across all of LabKey products. This year, we're going to change gears. We're running the show slightly differently and spreading the conference over separate events, each one focusing on different products in turn. And today is the first with LabKey Sample Manager. Now, we built Sample Manager in direct response to customer requests and feedback, and looking at the product and the marketplace back in 2017, we knew there was an absolute need for a refreshed offering. But never could we imagine the success and the growth that we have seen. In the last 12 months alone, we have seen 3 times the amount of active users using the platform. We have produced and delivered over 150 new features, new enhancements, demonstrating how dynamic the product is. Collectively, Sample Manager is now managing 20 times more samples than it did a year ago. And we're now experiencing geographic adoption across 4 continents as it becomes more widely recognized and adopted around the world. We could not be more pleased with these success metrics, and we could not be more grateful for your continued support in helping us achieve this, all of which, of course, allows us to continue to invest and deliver the industry's best sample-centric sample management product. So to you, we are extremely grateful and we thank you. The focus for this year continues to be in 3 main areas. First and foremost, and perhaps the number 1 feedback we always hear about Sample Manager, is ease of use. Simply put, you have made it abundantly clear to us that you want a simple, a clean, intuitive, easy to learn, and easy to use product. We know this because we have conducted literally hundreds of user interviews focused on usability of adding samples, taking action on those samples, and to search for those samples using a powerful yet intuitive tool. So we delivered, for example, Sample Finder. Secondly, grow with labs. So from fundamental beginnings, customers are now asking us for more complex feature sets, features including automation, alerting, and advanced notifications, and the ability to securely partition data, all of course without compromising performance. Our third area really is driven by the increasing need to remain regulatory compliant. And so recently, as most of you know now, we've added validation options and additional tools even to make validation easier. If we take a look into the future, we have a very clearly defined development and delivery plan, which incidentally is largely driven by yourselves. We want to make processes less manual, we want to streamline them, we want to drive greater efficiencies, focusing primarily on key functional areas such as creating and deriving samples, storage and creation, and the ability really to illustrate data within the product. So for example, using the sample dashboard that you can see on the homepage. We have been listening, and we've listened to your requests to improve the inventory management capabilities, for example, for tracking lab disposables, etc. We'll see more of that coming into the product this year. And we have made no secret of our longer-term goal to continue to invest and grow Sample Manager more into a full-blown LIMS offering. And so to that end, we are continuing that journey, focusing on automation in different forms, as well as things like plate-based assay management, tracking, and enhanced reporting, all of which is feedback that you've given us that we're taking direct action on. And whilst we're committed to ease of use and adoption, we are continually listening. We're very open to hearing about new features and new functions that you want and that would make your job easier. So please, at any point, always reach out to us. We're happy to have that communication and that 2-way dialogue. Unlike other recognized Sample Manager products in the marketplace, Sample Manager remains to be the most dynamic of them all, and that is absolutely intentional and a commitment we will continue to make. Now, some of you may have seen this illustration before, or at least heard us talking about it previously. We totally recognize that one size does not fit all, and for most part, flexibility and the ability to scale over time actually matters. We call this our customer journey. And our goal is to provide enterprise quality solutions that meet the ongoing, changing and evolving needs of our customers, but for the long term. And what's more, at a pace and at a rate that's convenient to our customers. We recognize that often starting small is less risky. It allows us to demonstrate success. It facilitates learning, adoption, and most importantly, usage, which is where you really get to see the benefit and the value of the product. And so now we're delighted to say we have a range of products that allow us to facilitate and drive that trajectory, depending on the complexity of your need, or to help with economic constraints, which we all experience. We can now directly align LabKey to meet all of those needs and jointly grow over time. This is actually quite a unique philosophy, and for sure in the software vendor world. And it's a differentiator for LabKey. Not only does it differentiate us, but we continue to see great success with this mindset and this philosophy. Now, of course, these discussions are very individual, but we would be very happy to explore this ideology on a case-by-case basis with you. Again, just reach out, just let us know, and we'll happily have the conversation. So, okay, that's it from me for now, but let's take a look at the agenda for the rest of the session today. We have 4 great sessions lined up, and I'm absolutely thrilled that 2 of those sessions are coming directly from our valued customers. Up first, shortly, from the University of Washington, we have Gwendolyn Root, and Gwendolyn will be discussing their use case at the Molecular Information Systems Laboratory. Then we will join by Hannah Brackey. As most of you know, Hannah is the conductor of the Sample Manager Orchestra, the product manager for Sample Manager. And today, Hannah will be simply helping us get started with Sample Manager. Then our second customer of the day is from Biodesics, Tristan Cope, and Tristan will be sharing positive insights from their Sample Manager and data management. And rounding off the day with our very own Steve Hansen, who's Director of User Education, and Steve will be sharing some power user tips and features to get you to allow you to get the most value out of Sample Manager. So some really good insights there and power usage ideas. So, okay, that's all from me. Thank you once again for listening. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you for your continued support. We're very much looking forward to the next sessions and this year ahead, and very much looking forward to hearing from you. And so allow me at this point to stop sharing and hand over to Gwendolyn Root from the University of Washington. Thank you so much.